Welcome back. This is episode 6 of Binge Warmers. We're watching Ben 10 still. We are on the episode Tourist Trap, Steven's favorite episode he's ever watched.
It is. It's a hoot and a holler.
My name is Will, and obviously that's Steven. I just said his name. Yeah. We're going to take you through the fun times that we had doing this episode, watching the episode.
Side note, you said episode 6, and I'd forgotten we were at episode 6 because I just watched our episode that was live, which was episode 3. So I was like, yeah, just say episode 4.
There's an error in that. Our sharp, eagle-eyed audience will notice that I've corrected it, but it was
corrected it yet.
I'm working on because the copyright strike is weird. It'll copyright on episodes. It'll give us copyright strikes on episodes that we use clips from. So like the Dr. Animo episode, we don't need to.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it.
But I put a little border around like the footage in this third episode, and it worked. No copyright strikes. But I am an idiot, and I said season 1, episode 1 instead of season 1, episode 3, which we were on. So
I goof, but I don't think anyone's going to care.
No, and now everyone knows.
Yeah, I don't know why you spoke about it.
Just wanted to be honest.
By the time this one goes live, you may have already fixed it.
I will have fixed it, but somebody may have noticed and said, "Huh."
Well, anyway. Yeah, so this is not my favorite episode. I did end up having a little bit more enjoyment out of it than I thought I would.
I thought it was
after
pretty
rewatching
fun.
it. Yeah, I just remember it kind of being a boring one.
I think
not really being that fun for me.
I think the megawatts, these little electric battery aliens.
Yeah, the main, I want to say villain, troublemaker.
Yeah,
of this episode.
I mean, they're like the antagonists.
Yeah, like you said, they're gremlins though. There's no malicious intent.
They're just having fun.
They're just having fun,
pranking
at everyone else's expense.
Exactly, which is sort of it's nice for a change. Like they're not evil. They're not like Vilgax trying to rule the universe. They're just
a little break from the norm, filler, if you will.
They're definitely filler.
Yeah,
but with these type of episodes, it's not really
gonna have them.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much like story to this first season. There's like
it's kind of fleshing out what he is as a character.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, is it loud?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like huge spikes in the audio. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so this episode, do you want me to give the synopsis? Or
go for the synopsis.
So
we can talk about it.
Basically, Ben is kind of in trouble he's not in trouble, but he is seen taking too much fun, taking too much pleasure in pranking a small
taking
child.
Jokes too far, really.
Yeah, basically that's the whole gist. He's taking jokes a little too far, and Gwen's obviously like they. I've noticed in these episodes they'll say the theme of the episode like right away.
It's right on the nose too.
Yeah, it'll be like, "Hey Ben, you take jokes too far," and then Ben's.
I wonder what this episode's gonna be about.
Yeah. So he like the example they give in the very beginning, he's like making faces at a kid in the car passing by.
Right.
Turns into Stinkfly, and he just really grosses the kid out. And they're like, "Oh, he takes the
he takes it too far because the kid doesn't know that he changed shape, right?
Yeah.
The kid straight up, he says it later too. We see it once he saves the guy from the truck, but he goes, "That's that alien that ate that kid." And the dad's like, "It is.
Yeah.
Get him."
Stinkfly's just like, "I gotta go," and he flies.
He says he doesn't try to clear his name. He's just forever that kid will know him as he is a monster that ate a little kid in an RV.
Anyway, but so Ben's taking things a little too far. And they go to this tourist trap town that Grandpa's really excited about, and they, there's this big build up to like, what is it? There's an something. You find these little towns kind of just here and there throughout the United States, just little like small towns with a big claim to fame or something. In this case, they finally get to it, and it's a rubber band ball, like a huge rubber band ball,
massive.
Which it's fine, whatever. It's okay. If I saw that in real life, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool.
What this is, it kind of shows like dated how these towns are, because back in the day that would have been cool because people didn't get out much. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have all this other stuff. So to them, a giant rubber band ball would blow their mind.
Epic.
They've not seen anything else. It's like it's like that ongoing joke where if you went to the Middle Ages and gave a peasant a Dorito, it would kill them.
Rocks,
you know what I
just
mean?
Explode his heart.
It's literally like that. They're stuck in like the 50s where that would have been super cool to a 10-year-old, but now they're like, okay, cool.
Let's talk about the Middle Ages thing. Do you think that would really kill somebody?
I don't know. I saw someone do like a massive dissertation on why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
And then someone else in the comments was talking about he's actually grown used to it because that's like the 17,000th time traveler to go back to him. And he's just getting
Oh,
massive amounts of food.
Another Monster Energy. Thank you, sir.
I've never seen one of those. Anyway.
Puts it like next to his like hoarder stash of Monster Energy.
Even the king is coming. How do you have such a wealth of food in these barren
peasant.
times?
Give me that sour warhead.
Yeah. Indubitably.
No, I just saw one that was like, it was just some guy that was like, he's like a vape pen wouldn't kill some middle-aged kid. They literally were dealing with like cholera and black plague. Like they had way worse stuff to deal with.
True. True.
But anyway, to continue on with the synopsis, basically, Ben gets close. He runs amok a little. He obviously takes the joke too far. He turns into forearms and he picks up the rubber band ball and throws it around. And he's like, I can hold it with one hand, one hand. And then he actually doesn't hold it with one hand.
He's not that strong.
He's only got one hand. His whole deal is that he's got four hands.
Yeah.
So he should be holding with four hands. Anyway.
But it gets out there. He goes to see how I can put it back. It's fine. And then conveniently the watch time's out. But this time we see something interesting. We see like this electrical discharge from the watch.
Yeah.
I think it was just to further the plot. I don't think it runs off electricity, It
maybe like bioelectricity or something. Maybe it like taps into his brain's electricity waves or something.
But we find out that there's actually some alien inside the rubber band ball that feeds off energy. Yeah, the megawatt. It looks like a battery. It's got a plus and a minus.
Pretty cute.
It's actually a cool design. I like
the design. I don't know if it's like just because I've seen this episode before or it's like maybe I'm used to that design. Like that alien's part of the mythos now. Like it's been in other episodes and stuff. But like I don't know, it just feels like that's a good like that alien's real. Like that alien solid. It's like it's sort of a good background alien too.
Yeah.
Ben gets the alien. He unlocks it later in life.
He does.
Which he could have unlocked it in this episode if he knew about the watch's copy thing.
That's not explored yet. I don't think it's explored until maybe halfway through season 2.
Season 2.
I think the first time we see it is with the werewolf episode.
Yes.
That's the first time he gets it.
He gets Wildvine with the mushrooms, but I think that's like a vegetation, and the mushrooms are obviously fungi, so they're different. I don't know. I get maybe that episode's all about like.
And I think more the Wildvine is really the watch saying, "This is what's going to help you beat this monster. Let me go ahead and give him to you."
Yeah. Because he really messes those funguses
That's
up.
at the camp. That's the camp episode.
It's a good episode.
That was a creepy episode. Stinkfly has a little bit of heroics.
Yeah. We were talking a couple episodes ago about like whether or not his goo would light or would put fires out.
Yeah.
And this is
on fire.
Yeah.
And we see that it puts it out. It makes the weirdest, grossest like as he's putting the fires out. Yeah. So at the beginning of the episode, I guess that was the synopsis. I guess we're good with synopsis.
Well, I guess the end, like just to clear it all up, it's like the megawatts are big pranksters, and they sort of take it a little too far, and
this is where we see Ben see that, because he says at the beginning, nothing funny is always funny, there's never a limit. And then he sees with the megawatts, okay, there's probably a limit.
The megawatts are just trying to like drain all the electricity from the world, I guess,
while having a good time doing it, the ultimate frat boy.
The ultimate frat boys. But then he he's like, okay, I better stop this, so he traps him in a light bulb, and then that's
it's actually a massive fish bowl.
But it later turns
they turn it into one of their attractions.
So it all comes full circle for him.
Yeah. I guess there's no human rights for aliens because that would not fly.
Alien rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole thing in like, is it like Area 51 or whatever? Remember the chameleon guy, the lizard guy from, I think it's Ultimate Alien.
Oh yeah.
Like you find out all these aliens are locked away in Area 51.
Yeah.
It's like this big alien rights violation.
Yeah.
So it kind of stinks that they're not
there yet.
I feel like there's an episode in Omniverse where they save a bunch of megawatts from some like spaceship or something that's like like holding them captive or something.
Yeah, like powering the ship or something.
I need to look it up, but I wonder if he ever comes back and is like, "I'm sorry, guys." You know what I mean?
I apologize. But my screen is frozen.
Oh no!
Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. I think we'll have
difficulties.
like a little blip up there that says like such and such is.
Steven is dead.
No.
And he has died on
Steven's
screen.
Video has stopped.
But it's back now.
Yeah. So what were we talking about?
We're talking about the megawatts.
Alien rights.
Yeah, alien rights. I wonder if...
do they ever go back to that town, in the entire universe of Ben 10 and free them from that fishbowl?
I doubt it. Maybe off screen. Maybe Ben feels bad about it later. He's like,
it's like a post-credits. Everyone's like celebrating like alien rights, and it just goes back to them, and they're just sitting there like, you think we'll ever get out of here?
No.
Like the fish in Finding Nemo when they break out, but they're in the fish bag. Yeah, they're now what? That's them just sitting around.
But I wouldn't think much about it. But I think we've seen that like those aliens, or the aliens that Ben can turn into, which he clearly can turn into this. His alien, his version of it's called Buzz Shock, which is way worse than megawatt.
It could just be a megawatt. Why are you changing it?
I think the megawatt too. It was like the original name for the Omnitrix.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was his original like pitch. Was like I'm Ben 10. I got the megawatt.
Oh, so it was
Mega,
like a tie-in to give
yeah.
it back. The guy got some justice.
But it was like what? Like megawatt?
Yeah.
Anyway, that was found on the Ben 10 wiki.
I like that.
Not 5 minutes ago. I found that on the Ben 10 wiki.
That's awesome.
Epic. So anyway, the megawatts, they're cool. They got a good design. They're cute. They're sort of gremlin-y. They just like mischief.
Yeah.
And Buzz Shock, we later see, I think he's like one of the aliens that Ben decides to put in his son's Omnitrix.
Yeah, when you get like the Ben 10,000 storyline.
Yeah.
Never, have they ever confirmed if that was a canon storyline or more of like the what ifs?
Well, it's hard to say because, you see Ben 10 go to the future, child Ben 10 go to the future, and he's talking with future Ben 10, who's like a workaholic, and he's like trying to, he never goes Ben anymore.
Oh, you're just talking about the episode.
Yeah, this is just one of the ones.
I guess so. It is technically canon.
Well, yes and no, because Ben goes back in time. Obviously, from going forward in time, Ben is like, okay, I'm not going to be a workaholic like that douche was.
Yeah.
So he goes back.
Maybe he gets erased.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of stuff with like different parallel versions of Ben, and then different future versions of Ben and Omniverse.
We'll just say what if for now.
Well, it's weird because it's like an alternate reality because
okay, so alternate reality, future Ben.
Time always changes because you see Ben 10,000 in one of the continuities. It might even be ultimate. I think it's definitely Omniverse. Yeah. But he gets to where he can just like mix aliens together.
Oh wow, that's a human rights ethics problem right there.
Mix alien DNA together, I should say.
Yeah.
Not like he's not physically mixing them together.
That's
but
wild.
He's got like
do the arm of one and the head of a different one.
No,
so kind of like Kevin 11, but more controlled. Spoiler.
Sort of, kind of, but it's more like he'll be like Humongosaur with 4 arms. You know what I mean? It'll be Humongosaur.
Yeah, Humongosaur.
That's a pretty good name, isn't it?
It's not. No, it's not.
What would you call that combination?
Quad Megaphor.
No,
it's not
better.
easy. It's not easy. Doesn't mean yours is right. It's just we're both wrong.
You're not wrong
in that instance. But yeah, so I guess we start from the beginning now that we've got the synopsis out of the way.
Yeah. Did you like this episode?
It grew on me. I think it's a lot better than I initially thought.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was going to be as good, but then rewatching, I was like, okay,
it's fun.
It'll bump it from a 3 to maybe like a 6.
Yeah.
6 or 7. But we see a lot of growth and some cool stuff with the aliens too. Like even Stinkfly, he helps out on that road right after he scares the kid. Saves this trucker from an exploding trucker.
An exploding trucker.
An exploding truck.
There's a truck on fire somehow.
Yeah, so
he's trapped in the
You see him just like plink the fire away, right? And then, so you're like, oh, that's cool. You haven't seen that before. And then he takes his tail, like a can opener.
Cuts open
the top of it and then pulls it open like some strongman. So you see a lot of cool things from Stinkfly. Just from the get-go, you're like, wow, okay, Stinkfly's... He ate a child. That's how he got so strong. It's like Popeye with the spinach. He's like, where's the random 10-year-old? Just gulps him down real quick, and then he's got the strength. Yeah. But no, so you see some cool development with Stinkfly. Okay, Ben's got some moves on him.
Yeah, like a lot of these aliens end up being like more versatile than you would originally think.
Yeah.
There's a bit later on when he picks up, or the watch gives him upgrade. And he never uses a bit of his powers or anything. We'll get into that more when we get to it. But but even upgrade, like he gets a new little development too.
Yeah, out of the anger. But so after that, we see Grandpa Max like, oh, you guys are gonna love this next place. It's gonna be so awesome. And it keeps like the signs are like, you won't believe it, or it's amazing. And they're like, where are we going? Spoiler alert: they're not going to someplace cool. But Grandpa Max thinks it's.
They're
cool.
going to look at a rubber band ball.
Yeah. And I really thought what was interesting with this episode too is usually Gwen is all about disagreeing with Ben.
Yeah, just to have the smoke.
And you see a lot in this episode that she is also a 10-year-old girl who likes to have fun.
Yeah.
And they both are pranksters in this episode.
Like
Ben takes it far every time, but to show he's taking it farther, she has to like prank with him. To set the line of where you're supposed to stop.
Well, and it's like, I guess they go to the rubber band ball, there's like this little montage. They meet Earl,
he carries that show on his back for that episode.
He literally every time he shows up he made me laugh.
Oh yeah.
He just kept saying, mind the signs. And he had like, I think it's Dwight
Is
Schultz.
it just me, or is this just getting a little too exciting?
That deadpan, like, what would you call that voice? Like Southern
Perfection, honestly.
It's perfection. Yeah,
can't-
everyone should talk like that.
Everyone should give a delivery of him too. There's a scene where
He's so
the
monotone
megawatts,
too.
yeah, the megawatts break the massive toothpick thing,
Oh yeah.
and everyone's running. He's just sitting there eating popcorn, and they're just falling all over him, and he's just like, "Oh no!"
He goes, "Oh, the humanity."
Yeah, it's just like, bro, what are you doing? He's also the mayor. He's like, bro, take control of your town.
Yeah. There's a little bit of like, you remember the Avatar episode where it's like they go to that little small town and Katara's like, okay, hey, what's up? Whatever, we're gonna get our bison cleaned or whatever. And he goes, oh yeah, okay, that's my brother Chew. And then they go over here and they go like, oh, let me get some fish. And he goes, oh, that's my brother Shoe.
Oh
You
yeah,
remember?
yeah.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
that because he just like follows him around.
Yeah, he's got a
and helps him
hat
with stuff.
everywhere. Like he's the hat. If you ever, I hate that I'm using this as a reference. The sequel to Are We There Yet? Are We Done Yet?
Okay.
Ice Cube's realtor turned out to also be like the mayor and a construction worker and a home investigator. Like he had a bunch of hats, and he even told Ice Cube, he said, I left that hat at my house. It's in the closet. He's like, well, you could pretend you got it. And he goes, lucky for you, I keep a spare in the trunk. So he won't take on those personalities until he picks up the hat from wherever.
That's stupid. Ice Cube was on Joe Rogan the other day. Did you see that?
No.
He was talking about making an Are You There Yet 3.
No shot. What are the odds?
I don't
Did he say yes to it? He said he's going to do
I
it?
think he's thinking about it.
I'll
I don't
watch
know.
it.
They might be writing it or something. I don't know.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Ice Cube's a funny guy. But anyway, so yeah, the mayor does that. He's got like what? Even the quote.
Several
Do you remember the
hats.
quote?
Which one?
What
Oh,
do
he's like the crown that wears
the head that wears the crown.
has many responsibilities.
Oh yeah,
or
something like it's funny. It's funny.
I'll play it here.
You had to be there.
Yeah, I'll play it here.
He who wears the crown is burdened by many hats, son.
But yeah, we see Gwen a lot with the clowning around and prankster kind of
Well,
thing.
it's nice too because I remember in the first episode, I'm like, okay, they're bonding over like they both don't like Grandpa's food. It's gross cooking, but now they're bonding over like we don't want to be at this boring tourist trap
Yeah.
location. We'd rather be doing something funny.
Anything, and you know it's boring when Gwen doesn't want to be there.
There you go. She's got to be, she got to be real bored. She's not.
Yeah, she's
'Cause
not.
she was interested. Remember Aunt Vera's episode? She's like,
Yeah.
oh, this bird call, and she
Yeah.
does like the little bird call.
It's like weirdo.
Weirdo. But no, yeah. Earl basically he's like, he's like, mind the signs.
Yeah,
The signs say like,
everything will be fine as long as you mind the signs.
but the signs are like, don't touch this, don't
Yeah.
don't rub your booty hole on it, don't sniff it, don't lick it, don't.
I don't remember seeing any of those signs.
No, yeah, of course they were there. Don't don't violate the First Amendment. Like that was there too. Like all these crazy
but
signs.
don't wear white after Labor Day.
But you notice too, it's like no flash photography, no like they make a point to be
Yeah,
like
because
don't.
that's what kind of the weird shock thing is what breaks the megawatt out of his little cage.
Yeah, so it's like don't use any electricity around this
Yeah.
essentially.
So then they go to bed and they're like, we're just gonna deny it. Anything
Well, no.
they ask us about.
So Forearms, like this is where they start the prank. Like Forearms
Yeah.
picks it up and he throws the ball and
Yeah.
he accidentally throws the ball. And it wrecks some havoc for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes all over it, knocks in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it makes a hole in a lot of property damage.
It like smacks into Forearms at one point. Forearms is pretty like tough. Like,
yeah, he
he's
goes to
Ben's
catch
toughest
it.
alien.
Like the shock of it's like, never mind.
It like knocks him over.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. That just shows to me that like Monkey D. Luffy can probably beat Forearms because he's made out
What
of
a
rubber.
weird pivot.
You don't think so?
No,
Okay, Luffy could totally beat any of Ben's aliens, by the way.
they body him.
No,
Okay,
they
first of all.
don't, dude.
The guy from
Maybe
Ultimate Aliens
Alien
just
X.
sprays water on him.
Maybe
I can't swim.
seawater. If it's seawater, it'll work. If it's normal, clean, clear.
We're not having a discussion
Pure.
about who wins One
You
Piece.
haven't even
or
seen
Ben 10.
One Piece. You
I've
don't
seen
even-
like the first 30 episodes.
Okay.
That's like a
You're an
half of the
expert.
whole series.
Yeah, there you go.
There's not many.
There's not many episodes. Famously, there's only a few episodes.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah, yeah. Easy
tragically
watch.
cut short.
You
Yeah.
can do it in like a weekend. Technically, I think they said like if you cut out all the
There's so much
the
filler.
end. No, if you cut out just the openers, and you watch it back to back. I think it takes like 5 days to watch it.
Really?
Yeah, it's something crazy like that.
I've been watching it since 2020, steady, and
Weak.
I'm on like
I would have finished it by now.
I think I'm on episode 600 or something.
Yeah.
600 something.
Anyway, yeah.
Good
so
show.
Forearms get bodied by the rubber band ball, And that's when he throws in the towel.
Well, he did. He's like, oh, I can put it back, and then he just like he
The
times
watch
out.
time's out
Yeah.
conveniently. One of the shortest watch times.
And then you see like the little staticky electricity. I don't know what's exactly going on there.
Yeah, it's like red.
Red. I wonder if like the episode description has like a description of it, because I wonder. Forearms turns back into Ben, and he leans against the ball. Unbeknownst to him,
I like that.
electricity from the Omnitrix gets siphoned into the ball. So
But
maybe,
like we said, we never see electricity.
well,
ever.
no, maybe that's just like the megawatt kind of like. Maybe he's always just trying to get electricity. Like he's always in a state of like I need like just like reaching out for electricity.
Yeah.
And the watch has like some latent electricity, so it like sucks it from it or something.
It makes it work.
It's fine.
They don't know what they've done though, and that's when for them all they've done wrong is messed up the it.
They just left it there.
Yeah,
too.
they said, you know what? Screw it.
They said,
We're
"This
going
wasn't
home.
us."
Yeah, we'll deny it.
But of course, Earl knows like that's.
Yeah, they were the last people there. What
I
are
don't
you
know how
doing?
he thinks they moved it out of there, but they
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
got it out of there.
So they go to bed and they wake up and it's broken out, caused mayhem, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't do it." And Grandpa Mac's like, "I know you did it. Like we know exactly."
Yeah,
who did it."
exactly.
And then so they go toe to toe with the alien, and that's when we go to Upgrade and we see his power development. Ben gets like so angry at him. Also, why did he turn into Upgrade?
There's a little bit that's like he goes, I know just who to deal with this, and he turns an Upgrade, and
Yeah.
Gwen's like, why you pick him? He goes, cause and
Yeah.
she's like, you didn't
Yeah.
mean to do that, did you?
Yeah, the watch made you do it. He's like, "Shut up, idiot."
Gosh,
God. Anyway.
Tina, eat the.
Yeah,
ham.
so he got so mad he couldn't really do much. He's like this big, bulky, weird figure
Well-
trying to catch this thing that can like go through energy. Like
But it's weird because gray matter is pretty liquid. Like he could
Gray
flatten
matter?
himself out. I'm sorry.
wow,
Upgrade.
Upgrade. Took you a while.
That's gonna be so awkward for the audio listeners. Upgrade.
Anyway, he's trying to catch him with these big meaty claws.
Big meaty
But-
claw.
He can't. So then he gets frustrated and he kind of like squints at him, and then a laser beam shoots out of his eye. He's like, "Whoa,
Whoa.
you could call that an upgrade." I hate myself for saying it.
Du-du-du-du-du.
You need to put an epilepsy
Yeah,
warning
maybe
on
so.
that.
Um,
And
yeah,
then-
but it's. I mean, like he didn't once try to like take over a machine. He
Yeah.
didn't once try to do any kind of. Like,
I don't think it would have been a good fit either way because the guy would have just messed with the electronics of it.
I mean, maybe, but he's like taken over trucks and stuff before. Like there
Yeah,
could be,
but
like,
the
some
megawatt
sort of-
guy would have just went in there and messed up the electricals of whatever machine he took over.
He did like I don't know if he like went into Upgrade at one point, but he kind of shocked Upgrade and
Yeah.
Upgrade fell over. So I guess Upgrade is susceptible to like electric
Yeah.
shocks, which I thought he wouldn't have been because he's
Yeah.
just electric
Yeah.
bioelectric material.
Something like that. So we see he's trying and failing to control the alien. So he just says, "Screw it, I'm going to kill this guy." And he grabs a sewer.
He's like, I've had enough.
Yeah, he had a sewer lid and he threw it at him, going for the
A
kill.
manhole cover.
Kill! Like
Kill.
Steve Harvey, He's just on his shoulder yelling, "Kill!"
Real talk. Why is it called a manhole?
That's because a man goes through it.
A man goes through a lot of things. A door could be
know.
called a manhole.
It's simple. Why does it matter? It's a manhole.
I
Why?
know, but when you
Because
say
a man goes through it.
manhole cover, it's just like, oh, this is a lot of different, like,
It's only
qualifiers.
weird if you think about it, I'd say.
I've thought about it.
So anyway, he throws it, and instead it cuts the guy in half. And you're like, whoa. Ben's a killer. But then it just splits the guy.
He needs that scene from, Blue Beetle's great, by the way. We saw Blue Beetle.
Yes, Blue Beetle is really good.
He needs that little voice, spoiler alert for Blue Beetle.
They all know there's a voice in his head. It's the freaking beetle.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
But spoiler alert, there's a bit at the end where they're like,
Oh, dude, that would have been so good if what's his name? The Galvanite.
Azimuth?
If Azimuth had put himself into the Omnitrix as like a AI intelligence thing, like, now why would you go and do something dumb like that?
Now, why would you try to kill that person?
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
It would have been like Professor Oak being like, don't
Yeah.
use the bicycle.
There's a time and place for everything.
Don't
Ben.
kill him. But yeah, there's that bit in Blue Beetle where the suit's like, we don't kill people.
Yeah.
The Omnitrix need to be like, hey, we don't kill
We
people.
don't kill people. Like, you put that back down.
Anyway, but that obviously didn't kill the Megawatt.
Yeah.
It split him in two, and he copied.
Yeah, and so you think Gwen, she kind of eats crow here a little bit because she's like,
She thinks she's so clever.
yeah. So she gets Grandpa Max and they get this big thermometer because everything there is just massive.
World's biggest thermometer.
Yeah, and they try to ground the alien, but it just puts it in the ground, which is just a giant conductor.
Yeah.
So Ben's like, "Oh wow, how'd you come up with that?" And Gwen's like, "Because I'm smart, and that's just what I do." Turns out it was wrong because this is how old the show is. alien, the megawatt, just goes through the phone lines that are buried in the ground.
I was
you think
thinking
they
about.
ever went around and dug those things up? Do you think there's just a bunch of old phone lines?
I do. Yeah, there probably is.
That's hilarious.
Because it would take so much effort and work to like dig all those up.
Yeah.
I don't think they probably mess with it.
Yeah.
Maybe they did. Who knows? I thought about Gremlins 2 a little bit. I know
Yeah.
you haven't seen it. There's all these different like powered up gremlins. They go to like a lab, and one of the gremlins gets like electrified. He gets like an electric power, and he's anyway. He goes through like the whole building like just as electricity, and Billy puts him on hold, or someone puts him on. I think it's Billy. He puts him on hold in the phone line, so the gremlin's just stuck on the phone, like on the hold, like on hold. And the way they kill all the gremlins at the end is like they just like, transfer a call down from the top floor, and they just like wet all the gremlins, and then they shoot they like unhold the electric gremlin, and he goes out and shocks and kills all the other gremlins.
No way. That's wild.
So I thought about
how long
Gremlins-
did he stay on hold for?
The whole movie, basically. No, it's like half of the movie.
That's like a running bit. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. They kept it going that long.
Gremlins 2 is really underrated. It's like very, it's a nutty movie. It's like a joke on the people that like the first Gremlins.
Oh, really?
It like makes fun of the first movie a lot. I think Joe Dante, the guy who directed the first one, didn't want to make a second one.
So he
So,
said,
like,
fine.
yeah, he's like, fine, I'll make one, and he
Yeah,
made
you
like
want
the
it?
craziest, like most silly,
That's
just
awesome.
destructive sequel. And it's killed the series until now. I mean, I love it. Gremlins is my favorite movie. It should just stay where it is. It doesn't need a reboot or anything. So yeah, he comes out of the phone lines. It's a bunch of them now. It went from 2 megawatts to like 30
Bajillion
billion
of them.
Yeah,
Like a
And
lot.
They're pretty destructive.
More than 13, I'd say.
Probably like 14.
Maybe. That's a little adventurous.
You could probably hand
How many do you think there are, Patrick? At least 11. Wow. Yes.
Where would we be without SpongeBob references? I reference SpongeBob probably 5 times a day.
But I don't reference anything from the past 10 years of SpongeBob. You
That's
know what I
okay.
mean?
Same with The Simpsons. The Simpsons have like 5 really good years,
Yeah.
and then they're just
Yeah.
about 5 to 7.
I'd
I
say
don't know when
SpongeBob
people.
peaked probably around.
I think seasons 1 through 4 are really, really good.
I don't even know what the seasons are, to be honest with you.
Well, season 4 was the season before the movie, so anything after the movie, I think, is a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
I think they should have ended it there, but
Yeah.
monetization, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like Nickelodeon's best-selling property of all time, right? Like it's like their flagship show. It's Nickelodeon's like mascot. Like you can't get rid of SpongeBob at this
you
point.
really can't.
There was a point where they tried canceling the show, and people like got pissed off.
Yeah, I
and they
remember
just-
we were in like ninth grade. when
ninth
it
grade or
happened.
10th grade, yeah. So
But I was like, I could let it die.
yeah,
I'm okay
let it
with
die,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Bring it back later if you need to, but let
Yeah,
it die.
Let it shrivel up and die.
Let it die. Let it die.
Underrated movie as well.
Oh, the Lorax.
Such
The
a
Lorax
good
sucks.
No, it doesn't, bro. What are you talking about?
That's a discussion for a different day.
Yeah. But anyway, so they all come out, at least 11 of them.
At least 11.
And that's when you're like, wow, Gwen, you're not that smart anyway, huh?
You're kind of an idiot.
Weird.
You're kind of a dweeb
Yeah,
nerd.
Dweebasaurus Rex or whatever they say back then, Whatever them kids are saying.
Them children's.
So then you get the deadpan mayor. Yeah, probably going to the hydroelectric dam where they'll siphon off all the power and then move from one town to the other, destroying everything in their path.
Just
It's
very
just the
like
perfect
chill.
delivery.
He's very like Nico Robin delivery for all
Yeah.
my One Piece fans.
Yeah.
You don't have a
You
clue.
just had to throw another
You
one
don't have a
in there.
clue. You don't have a clue.
Yeah, I knew it was something
But it was perfect.
dumb.
It was so perfect.
So they go to the
Every
dam.
detail.
We see some cool stuff with Heat Blast at the dam. What do we see?
Oh, okay. So yeah, Heat Blast. Which I don't know if I would have picked Heat Blast for this. I guess any alien works. You're just trying to.
Oh,
beat
we
'em up.
forgot. What did the megawatts do when they left the town, man?
They like made the ketchup explode.
No, idiot. They took over that planetarium. They look like a walking gumball machine.
Epic.
Stop. You get one an episode. That's all you get.
Epic.
That's the third one.
I've said it way more than 3 times.
But yeah, they look like a massive gumball machine. It looks like
Benson.
no,
the
not
regular show?
Benson. Even better than that. Talking Adventure Time, the Guardians of
Oh, the
Candy.
Gumball
Yeah.
Guardians. Yeah. Well, no, hold on. There's Gumball Guardians, and then there's like the big like.
We're talking about the
big
Gumball
ones.
Guardians. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, well, they have like Rattle Balls. Have you seen Rattle Balls yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's awesome.
Wait, no, yeah, he's the one.
He's
he had
like a samurai. Like
yeah,
a
he's a samurai. He had a whole like brotherhood of people,
Yeah.
and that's when you see Bubblegum just.
Bubblegum's kind of crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
I don't know if we'll get to Adventure Time on this show because there's like a million episodes, but
I don't like her.
she's pretty wacky.
She is breaking so many.
She's definitely
Human
a-
rights laws, you know what I mean?
A dictator of sorts. You could call her that.
She's scary.
She's like a dictator. She's like a god. She creates
rude.
creatures. She makes. Yeah, she's a little rude sometimes.
Yeah.
She breaks Finn's heart.
So many times.
I guess she's just gay and she didn't know it.
Yeah. You know. But whatever. So anyway, yeah, he takes the planetary and goes home. Or goes to the
Goes
He just goes home, calls it a wrap.
That's it, boys. We're done here.
Let's get out of here.
Just like shoots off.
Uses the gumballs as like a projection.
Just like shoots like a big hole in the floor. Just goes.
Yeah.
In space.
And it's so weird too. He's trying to get the power from it, so he's just punching the dam. You know what I mean? He's just punching it.
Well, I guess he's trying. Yeah, I don't know.
How does that get the electricity from
I don't
punching
know.
the dam?
Also, does Ben seal it up? He's like, I gotta seal it up quick.
I don't remember seeing him.
I
seal
remember
it.
looking for. If it's in here, I'll put it up on
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
But like,
But are you sure about that?
are you sure about that?
Better seal that up fast.
Yeah. So we see some cool things with Heat Blast.
Heat Blast shows up. He's like, stupidly, he's like sitting at the top of the dam.
A
then
water
he's-
dam.
A water dam.
And
yeah.
he is a person made of fire.
lava magma.
Fire!
Hot magma.
Yeah.
You doing the Rick and Morty
Yeah.
sound effect from Multiverses?
Yeah. What a great game. It's
Rest
just
in-
a Smash Bros. Ripoff.
May it rest in peace.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
So it's not resting in peace.
Well, I guess that team is probably working so hard.
Yeah, I hope so. It was a good promise.
Ben 10 should be in Multiverses, by the way.
Yeah.
Whenever it
We've had
relaunches.
arguments on how it should be introduced, though.
How do you think he should be introduced?
I wouldn't say arguments. I'd say just conversations.
How would you think he should be?
I don't know. There's no good way to do it.
No, I think it's like, you do it like Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah, and
But
then you
with-
have to have like.
Like,
Would
you
pick?
put
It'd
the
be
full 10 in there?
forearms. No, you'd have to be forearms, Heat Blast, and Diamond Head.
But what about like he could be like a quick speedster? You'd want your like accelerator.
That's
in
what I'm
there.
saying. It wouldn't work. There's just too many things he could be.
Yeah.
No one would be happy.
I think, but yeah. But here's what you should really do: like have a really small, powered down Ben.
Yeah.
He can do like a punch and kick, but he's not very powerful. Have him like depowered for a little bit, and then the watch like charges,
Yeah.
and then you turn into one for a little bit of time,
Oh, that would be cool.
and then you depower, and you gotta like go and every alien's got their own strengths. And I don't think you should pick what alien you get because it's not true to
Oh,
the show.
that's yeah, exactly. You
just
just
pick
get
a
one
random
random.
alien. That would be so awful
That
for
would
tournaments.
actually be
and
pretty cool. I like
competition.
that.
I mean, that would be a fun character, but like there would be no way to like, and you could have a joke one in there. Like you could put in like
Upchuck.
Upchuck or like what's like his worst one like
Upchuck. No gray matter.
Gray Matter would be
What's
good.
he gonna do? You should just. There's like a 0.5% chance, but he turns into way big. It's like the Jigglypuff Super from Smash Brothers. He just
Yeah.
goes all the way over the screen and
It's
kills
just like
everyone. It's
5
instant
times
win.
the big of Iron Giant or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. He just kills everyone.
Yeah, he
You
just
just
steps
down a
once.
life. You know what I mean?
It'd be like a super.
Very,
almost.
very, very small chance of getting them, but when you do, it's an instant win.
That's awesome. And then I guess you get Gray Matter like a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like 20% of the time you get
Screw
Gray
that
Matter.
guy, you know. But
Anyway, that's a discussion for a different day.
yeah. So Heat Blast powers. He's got some cool powers. What are we
Yes,
looking at?
he's standing up on top of the dam. He runs down the dam. Just somehow, does he lose his balance and run down?
I think he trips or something. Oh, he punches the megawatt punched it, destabilized.
Yeah.
it, and he fell.
Anyway, so he's like Spider-Man, like sprinting down the wall.
Yeah,
And he's just, I guess he's like, he's doing pretty good for a little while. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's
doing
booking
fine.
it.
He's booking it down the thing. He kind of loses balance, but then he's like, "Oh, what's happening?" He's like making a fire, like a trail of fire. That he's
yeah, that
riding
he can
on.
ride on, like fly around with. Super
In,
cool.
In Alien Force, the Alan is his name. The
I think
kid
so.
With the fire
You see
blast,
that,
the
like,
fire?
With him though, it's not like just fire. He gets a piece of the earth.
That's what I was gonna say. He picks up a piece of Earth and like flies around with it. Like he like lights it on fire and
Yeah.
flies with it or something.
That's not as believable as this guy just making fire under him.
I like that you can just make fire under you.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like,
think
just make a
that's cool,
trail of fire.
Yeah, but they figure out after that they can they get like a giant fishbowl.
Yeah,
And they
get the
start
world's largest
joking
fishbowl.
on the jokesters. They don't like it.
Yeah.
They're like making fun of them and stuff.
He's like pranking them, and
Yeah.
he's like standing over here, but then he turns up instant transmission somehow.
Yeah, it's Goku ass over there.
I must need to rewatch it, but like I don't think there's a way he could do that
No,
unless
no,
he
no.
just like Heat Blast can just like move super fast because he's like
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
or something. I don't.
But he tricks them out of the planetarium and they chase after him. And he like, what's behind curtain number 1? And he opens it and they were all trapped in the fishbowl. And you
Tricks him into the
see,
fishbowl.
yeah, you see Heat Blast just breathe fire to like close up the top of the
Straight
glass.
up Pokemon flame breath, like
Yeah, flamethrower.
Flamethrower, thank you.
Flame breath. What the heck?
I
are
don't
you
know, it's
talking
out
about,
of his
dude?
mouth. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I don't
It
know if he
is.
does that a lot, but that's objectively shooting fire out of your mouth
It's just sick.
is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a dragon ability.
Yeah.
It's just like a
Who doesn't
Bowser
love
thing.
dragons?
Everybody loves dragons.
Yeah,
You
Donkey.
you like dragons?
Donkey loves dragons.
I think he fucks dragons.
Having little mutated babies.
How does that work, bro?
I don't
What is
know.
the deal? I love in that series too. Like the dragon babies are just like all cross-eyed
They're
and wonky.
creepy looking, dude.
They shouldn't exist. Like
No,
there's no
they know it, too.
way.
They know they're abominations. Yeah, so
I want
it's
them to
also
come back
weird,
in
too.
Shrek 5 or whatever.
He's making fun of them, and he sticks his little tongue out. Heat blast does.
Yeah, he's
it's
got
like
a
a
fire
little
tongue.
fire tongue thing. It's weird. Didn't need to be added, but
It was a little bit of personality.
yeah.
I don't know if we ever see it again, but it's because like his face is just like a skull. Like it's just
Yeah.
like a skull of rocks, but like
Yeah.
lit on fire.
Yeah,
So it's cool to see he's got like parts. He's got
Yeah.
like
I'm with it.
or it could just be Ben like humanizing him, being like, oh yeah, Heat Blast has a little.
That's
I'm just
true.
gonna make a little tongue out of fire
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like mess with him.
Yeah, a little snake.
Little slither, little snake.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. But then, true to the American in him, the mayor takes them. And
The
puts them
melted
on-
glass ball full of human.
He says, "I can make money off of this bad boy."
I was gonna say human beings, but they're
Yeah,
just little
they're
like battery
weird.
aliens.
Yeah, you know, they had it coming.
Yeah. I wonder what their planet's like. Where are they from? You think?
They probably destroyed it. Jokesters, you know what I mean?
No, I bet they're just like one big battery
they
planet.
took
like
the
they
joke
just-
too far, and now the world's gone. You know, they're the last of their kind, actually.
They killed every other species on the planet.
They're
just on
laughing
accident.
about it. Typical.
I love.
So he can't help being a Leo. Oh, let me hit that curb over there.
I'm a Capri Sun. Kills planet.
What happens if I go to this water world and just put a little electricity in it?
Dip my toe into
you
it. The whole fish population explodes.
can't help being a Leo. But
Um,
no, he turns the fishbowl into like a giant light bulb, and it's the new attraction.
The new It.
Down with the
Down with
almost
the
said-
rubber band.
I almost said meatball.
Down with the meatball.
Down with the rubber band ball, up with the light bulb.
That's a fun little, it ties into like the tourist trap thing.
Mm-hmm.
It ties into the prank thing. Haha, prank, you get enslaved for all of eternity. You know what I mean?
Who knows what crimes against humanity we were
That's
just
true.
joking about it. Who
That's
knows what
true.
kind of destruction they've left?
Okay, so this is my next question. It looks just like a light bulb, but then we kind of zoom in and we see the megawatts.
Yeah.
Do you think like that if you look at it long enough, you're like, oh, I could see little aliens in there, and like people just see that, like it's an actual attraction that people would want to go see, or is it just a big light bulb?
Who knows? Maybe they put like a film around it so you can't see the alien.
Maybe, but would you?
Because you don't want the
like,
government sniffing around on an
Oh, the government
untaxable
probably came in and
item.
took it
You know what
away.
I mean?
Yeah.
We don't want them taxing us for that.
I wonder if they can like run electricity from the light bulb to the town. Or
Was
something.
there? This is completely off topic, but like on the subject of them being jokesters, isn't there an episode in like Alien Force or something where a bunch of aliens come down as like a vacation on Earth? Or am I thinking of a different show?
I feel like
I feel like it's in like Alien Force or Ultimate Alien. A bunch of aliens come down and party in this one town.
it's definitely like the remember the What If episode with Thor when he like comes to Earth and he's about to just, like,
that's not that. That's not that.
no, but it's sort of like that.
Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about?
Let me look it up. Ben 10.
But then the people of the city are fine with it because they pay them in like gold to come down there and mess it up.
Oh, I think it's an Alien Force episode.
Is it?
Ben 10 party. It says party supplies. Do you want to have a Ben 10 birthday party, bro?
For who?
For me.
You don't even like birthday parties.
I hate my birthday.
I will do a birthday party for Ben 10.
What about for you? Can we do it for you?
I'm a little too old for that, you know.
No, bro.
Maybe a Ben 10,000 party.
Heck yeah, dude.
Okay, look up that episode though.
Ben 10 party aliens.
Every 17 years, we make some popcorn, then shovel up the gold. Our entire economy's based on alien poop.
Anyway, this was the episode Tourist Trap.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
I had a lot more fun than I originally thought I would.
Can we-
It's still not the best, but it definitely puts. I think I like all the upgrades to the aliens we see.
Yeah, it makes-
they
it
each
makes
have
you feel
some,
like-
some developments to it that are really cool.
We talked about, I think it's episode 2, because we see that Heat Blast has like fire vortex ability, and he can like shoot fire lasers, and he can like absorb fire, pyromancy or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, when he first has Heat Blast in the forest in the first episode, he doesn't know what he's doing. So
Right.
this is cool that we're like seeing some developments as we're going through it. Like,
Yeah. And this is only episode 6. You know.
yeah.
Wait until you see what else is in store. It's
I
crazy.
mean, honestly, like I feel like they all have places to go,
Mhm.
except for maybe like forearms and
And
like
gray matter.
gray matter accelerate. Like these people are just have their innate abilities and they're just pretty reliable.
Yeah.
But like Stinkfly, he's got a lot of untapped potential.
Mhm.
Ripjaws, probably not.
No.
Ghost Freak though
Those
really
a lot of
does.
development.
Yeah, he didn't even possess anyone as Ghost Freak, but he totally could be possessing people if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I want to look up Ben 10 electric aliens right quick because I feel like there are so many aliens with electric powers. Here we are on the Ben 10 wiki once again. We've got classic Frankenstrike.
I love him, dude.
He's pretty cool.
I'm telling you, the whole monster storyline is epic.
I think so. He's Frankenstrike from Omniverse on, but when they first introduced him, I think his name is just Ben Victor.
Yeah,
Like, they
yeah,
don't really
which
give
is
him a
way
name.
cooler, bro. Come
Ben
on.
Victor?
Yes.
Ben Victor.
Yes.
It's two people's names.
And it's still cooler than Ben
Frankenstrike.
Dumb.
Dude, that's much better than Ben Victor.
LeMay.
Okay, if you're listening to this in the comments right
Yeah,
now,
tell me
prove
which one
me
is
correct.
Ben Victor is way cooler than
Ben Victor.
I still can't even remember the other one. It's so bad.
Frankenstrike.
Ew.
Shut up, dude.
I'm telling you.
Shut up.
I'm being dead serious
Get
right
out
now.
of here, dude. Obviously, we got Buzzshock, which is the Megawatt. I hate the name Buzzshock.
I
Call
don't
him
like
Megawatt.
Feedback. Feedback is a creepy looking dude.
Well, you've never seen Omniverse. He can
Looks a
kind
lot
of,
like the uncle from Billy and Mandy.
Oh, like the little the Slender Man kind of guy.
Yeah.
I get
like
with it.
that.
I get with it. Amphibian, who's like the little jellyfish kind of guy.
Yeah.
Remember him? I mean, like people like him. I think he's pretty mid.
Yeah.
Like, him and honestly, him and most of the Agrigore aliens are pretty mid.
I wouldn't say that. I really like the water guy, and I like the turtle man.
I like him. Okay, I like Water Hazard.
Yeah, Water Hazard.
He's good.
Sick name.
And I like Armadillo.
He's not one of. Oh, he
Yeah, he
was.
is. And I like Terraspin.
Yes, I'm telling you, those three were sick.
Honestly, if he didn't say his names, he didn't say the names when he turns into them, I wouldn't have a clue
Yeah.
who they are. But they are pretty cool. The other ones are just
You
like
think about it too, like when the alien's right beside him, right? Like you're a human, right? But someone turns into you and then says, "Apple Man." That's nothing at all like who I am. You know what I mean?
I don't even like apples.
Yeah. So it's like terror spin. My people are peaceful.
They really are.
Terror is
peaceful.
not even in our vocabulary.
And you know what's funny about them? Like Gwen's mana has no effect on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Just-
shell.
Just as a
Hero and a half shell.
just as a detail.
Just random. Learn that in the wiki.
Heroes in a half shell.
But yeah, that was the episode.
Wait, we got one more.
Taurus Trap.
Shock Squatch.
That's another Omniverse one, so we don't have to care.
He's
about
actually a Ben 10 Generator Rex Heroes United
it.
alien.
Okay, then we do like him.
But they give him a redesign and they kind of like use him a lot more in Omniverse.
Yeah, so we don't like him.
But he was introduced in. I'm pretty sure he's introduced.
We kind of like him.
He was first shown off in that special.
Mhm.
It feels like there's a lot more electricity ones, but
There's not.
Feedback is another one that's kind of OP because like he can just suck up any amount of energy. Like you know
Yeah.
how Kevin can suck up energy.
Yeah.
He can do that, but he can also shoot it back out. So
Right.
like if you're shooting a Death Star laser at him, he can just suck it up and spit it back out.
Well,
again.
there's probably a limit to how much he can suck up.
I don't know, man. Maybe he's pretty OP.
Hmm.
But the stuff with Feedback, all the Omniverse kids will reaffirm this. Like it's touching.
Sure.
It really hits in the heart. You know what I mean? The Feedback stuff, guys. Come on.
Well, anyway, that's the episode. The
Taurus Trap.
Really good. Give it
I
a
give
6
it
or
a
7.
I give it like a 7.
Yeah.
It's solid, but it's not like amazing.
Yeah. Stay tuned for next episode. We are introduced to Kevin 11. Really good character. But yeah, we'll see you then.